I've been obsessed with thrillers, so I want to talk about them. So let's talk about them as I get ready because I have to leave in a little bit. So I just finished watching Twisted, which is like a 2004, like, basically it feels like if Law and Order made a fucking movie, basically. And I love Law and Order, okay? I love crimes. I love crimes. I don't love crimes, but I love crime TV shows and movies. Her name's Jess, and she doesn't always color inside the lines. You know what I mean? And she is promoted from I don't know how the ranks go, but like she's promoted to investigator slash detective or whatever because she kind of does not follow the rules, and she decides that she's going to track this man down and get him arrested, and that helps her get a promotion. So she doesn't really follow the rules. Her dad used to be a cop, but why is he not a cop anymore? He went on a killing spree like 20 years ago when she was a kid, and like went crazy and shot himself in the head. So now because of that, she like drinks a lot, and because she drinks a lot, she's starting to black out, and she doesn't like, and it's around the same age that her dad was when he died. So it's like I don't know if that's true or not, but like that's what it sounded like, you know, like it's like is this genetic? What is going on? Does she have like BPD? This is a movie from fucking 2004, okay? Like sometimes they have BPD, sometimes that's a twist. Does she not? Who knows, right? And so the whole movie, basically, the people who get killed are people that had sex with her. And it felt very, like, it felt very slut-shamed. It's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with your body, but, like, girly pop, stop picking up random guys at bars. Like, you're a hoe. Like, that's what I was giving the whole movie. You're a hoe. And I'm sorry, but you're a hoe. And, like, no one was nice to her because, like, also, first of all, if you just get a job as a detective and then everyone you fucked gets murdered, I don't think people will be very nice to you. Let's be fucking for real. I know that was probably part of it, but it felt very slut-shamey, and it felt like, I don't know if this movie would have been made today. You know what I mean? It's a very different generation. It felt like 2004 watching this. And it probably was written like in 2000, so it very much felt like that. And so, like, she blacks out almost every night, and every time she blacks out, some guy gets murdered, right? And so we're just like, is she doing it? But here's the thing. Because it's such an old movie, I kind of expected there was going to be a twist. I either thought it was going to be the detective, like, partner, or the guy. Oh, I didn't say this. So, since her mom and dad are dead, right? You know who raises her? His partner raises her as his own. Which, you know what? I think that, like, cops and stuff like that, they tend to have, like, connections. So that makes sense. Like, they tend to be, like, you ride or die for each other, right? Like, that makes sense. So then you're going to, like, if someone, I don't know, because here's the thing. If your partner murdered a bunch of people, would you take care of their kid? I don't know, but, they were close. So then he obviously had love for that family, so he raises her. And so I was like, maybe it's, and that's Samuel L. Jackson, by the way, and I'm like, oh, Samuel, are you going to be the bad guy? That's the whole thing I was thinking. I'm like, either it's going to be those two, right? And they do set it up where it looks like it could be one of the other guys she used to date on the force, but that did not feel like that because he was a drunk. Like, he was constantly showing up at her place drunk, and I'm like, yeah, it could be that, but like all this crime scenes, because obviously these are they're cops, because they're cops. The crime scene is clean. Like, there's no fingerprints, there's no blood. It's obviously someone's a professional who knows what the fuck they're doing, right? Have this cycle, like 4 or 5 guys die. We don't know. And I'm like, we're in the third act, and I'm like, is anything gonna happen? She starts thinking she's crazy. And so she sends her blood in to make sure that she's not actually fucking crazy, right? And so then she, like, once she sends this blood in, the blood analysis lady starts calling someone and is like, she came in type of thing, like, the stereotypical, like, something else is going on type of thing. And I'm like, here's the thing, I don't think it's the partner, because who would have had more power? The guy who's been in the force for 20 years or the partner, right? Like, because the partner's probably her age and, like, who knows, right? I don't think that would have been a plausible thing. So it's like, it's probably Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't know. And so then her crazy drunk ex comes over, and, like, I think he was a partner at one point, I don't fully know, but her crazy drunk ex literally comes over and is like, pretty much, because she beat him up because she was paranoid, because he broke into her apartment a few days ago. But also, if there's murders going on where like the murders are of your exes or people you fucked with, why the fuck would you break into this bitch's house? I don't know. You would have gotten beat. In my opinion, you would have gotten beat anyway. So that's fine. Whatever. I understand. But he's mad. You could fucking fuck everyone else, but you can't fuck me. It's like, calm down. Calm down. Okay, cool, fun, whatever. Okay, cool. You're a fucking dick. Okay, like. Even if I was, like, here's the thing, isn't for me, I'd be like, even if I was gonna fuck you, no, it's not gonna happen, because you're a fucking dick. Like, you're breaking into my house. That's fucking weird. Also, you're also a cop. Like, you're gonna break a law to check. That sounds fucking rapey. And so, she wakes up next to this guy, because he, like, literally breaks in, and then also when she tries to run away, he breaks her door down, and then she blacks out. Which... great timing. So she blacks out and then she wakes up and he's dead next to her, right? Goes in, she gets arrested, and then her dad's old partner, her like pseudo dad, comes in and it's like, so you were drugged. So they're done. The therapist, like, she's talking to therapists throughout the whole movie. He's like, she needs to talk to you. She doesn't need to talk to you anymore. Let's go. And so we don't know if this is like illegal. Like, is she allowed to leave? Like, there's no bail or nothing. They just said, let's go. Let's get out of here. And so then they go to the partner's house. And then once they go to the fucking partner's house, this is the guy, because you know what? Your ex, he's like the partner. I think it's Mike. His partner, Mike, was like, well, your ex died from roofies and you have roofies. And then slowly it's like, because basically throughout the movie, like, she's been trained by this guy to be a good investigator, to like pick up hints and like pick up stuff. And Samuel L. Jackson is like, it starts to get suspicious. How do you know that this man ex just died from roofies? How do you know these things? Like, what? Also, like, he was drinking wine when they came in, so she was, maybe the wine is roofied, but he never drinks the wine, right? Like, Samuel is like kind of acting weird, and it's like, maybe it's Samuel, right? But they're setting it up like he gets caught so you don't go to jail, but then it starts feeling like, no, he's gonna kill him. And then the like, they don't even fully explain why he does it, but basically this Samuel L. Jackson was obsessed with Samuel L. Jackson was obsessed with her mom, and her mom was a cheater. She was, in their words, she was ran through, okay? But he was so in love with her that, like, he was so in love with her that, like, he killed the dad and everything, because, you know, he had to save her from herself. That doesn't make any sense, but anyway, he gets up at like a fucking, in San Francisco, they end up at like a bay somewhere, who the fuck knows, and there's a shoot off, and then basically this lady, the main character, has a landline, and he's like, oh, you've been caught, and then he's like, he seemed like he's about to shoot himself, but he's gonna shoot her, and then she shoots him, I think, but I'm not even sure. I don't know where the shot came from. The ballistics was fucking, I did not understand it. And she says, at the end of the movie, she says, I'm sorry for not believing in you, to her partner. And then he looks at her and says, you're the one. And it gives very romantic gesture, and I think it's cute, because they had like this like will they won't they thing going on, but also you should not fuck your partners. You shouldn't fuck your coworkers. But honestly, it was a good movie. It was very 2004. It was very Law and Order in 2 hours, but like I was good with it. It was a cute movie. Would you like me to start? I did not do my actual makeup, but would you like me to continue doing these type of videos, because I think I've been watching too many of these videos and I don't have anyone to talk about them to. So yeah, that was a 10-minute video on Twisted. You just saved 2 hours.